All right, so it's actually been a while since I sat down and recorded. You guys aren't necessarily going to know that. I've been kind of trying to post some stuff here and there to just keep the channel afloat. But I'm not going to get into why, but there's been a little bit of a break for myself here. But we're going to get back into it. I'm going to do a lot of recording today. I want to get back into a band that I'm extremely happy to support, that is really new, that is really young, that is hitting the scene with a lot of oomph and a lot of, I'm happy that I got to react to them. You guys saw, I already posted a video from them, but I reacted to them in a live stream and they were there in the live stream watching me react. It was a surreal experience, but I wish nothing but success for this band, and I'm going to support them as much as I can. So, you know, you guys will see a lot of their reactions moving forward as long as they stay afloat. So I'm extremely happy. I watched one of their more popular songs. This is their first ever date. This is their debut single, right? So this is their first ever song that they released. This is Freeze the Fall Glitch, and this is their official music video. Again, very young. For those of you that didn't watch the other video, they're the oldest of them. It's a three-piece band. Their oldest of them is 16 years old, right? So like, they write and compose their own original music. I'm reading the synopsis on the video. Quinn is 16. She does vocals and guitar. Jonah is 15. He does the drums. And Arya is 15. Does the bass and vocals. And they were all born and raised in Canada. So a very, very young band with a lot of great people behind them, but they are very talented in writing, in composing, in playing, in getting the sound that is true to them. So I'm very excited to do this one. I really am. So this is Freeze the Fall Glitch. Without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get into this. I liked already. Make sure you subscribe. They only have 2.2 subscribers. It's crazy to think. I mean, this video has 29,000 views, but it's crazy to think me who sits in front of the screen and talks over music has more subscribers than they do, and they're extremely talented. So go to Freeze the Fall Band. Go to Freeze the Fall Band's YouTube, subscribe, put notifications on. Trust me, you will want to be notified with stuff coming up from them. So without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get into this. Ooh, I like that line. Okay. I wanted to hear a majority of the song, so we are going to start from the beginning. We'll go back a little bit. So for me, right, the first one that we watched, I said it sounded a lot like Spiritbox, and it's not just because it's rock, you know, rock metal, and it's not just because it's a female singer, their sound, they had that ethereal sound to their music. I'm getting a different vibe for this one. Still sounds like them, but a little bit of a different vibe. Let's talk about the production first real quick. I think the background vocals gives this song a lot more character, in a sense of, I think it would have sounded great with just her lead vocals and not having the harmonizing in the back. But I think it adds so much more character to the song to have that going on, sort of the compressed, condensed backup vocals in the background, singing the same thing she's singing, but they're harmonies, right? Really cool. The drums sound amazing on this track. Sounds really crisp and clean. Her vocals sound crisp and clean. Everything sounds great. As for the song, I like that there's kind of a sort of a little bit of a chaotic flow to the song, right? We're so used to verse, chorus, pre-chorus, bridge, whatever, chorus. This kind of has like there's a verse there and there's kind of a pre-chorus, but also like everything's kind of together. And I like that. I like songs that kind of go against the grain, right? Let's go ahead and finish or go through more of the song and then we'll talk about the lyrics. There you go, sing it. Feel a crazy bridge coming up. I got chills. I want to hear that part again, and then we're gonna go a little bit further because I think I just heard something interesting that was added. I can't hear it too well, but I'm pretty sure that there's some, I think it's guitar, but it may be synth. In the background, very subtle. It's kind of like center right. I think it's guitar, but it could be synth also. Again, very tiny detail that adds character to the song that I really enjoy. But I want to talk about this pre-chorus to the chorus thing. I think it adds so much when you kind of put in like almost like a sultry vocal line right before you kind of do a small drop and then a big hit, a kind of like a big comeback into the song, into the chorus. It adds so much to that chorus and makes it so much more heavier in terms of, I guess, how it hits you. It's like, oh man, that was so cool how that transition happened. Right? So we have this huge buildup right now with the guitar playing a solo, the drums are getting more intense, right? The bass line's kind of doing its runs. Now we have the compressed vocals, almost like through a megaphone's how I like to call it, going right into the lull, into the drop of the chorus. The guitar is still doing its thing, but the rest of the band kind of died down a little bit. The drums are only doing the main beats of the rhythm, and the bass line's kind of just holding its note. So this whole build up now goes right before we take a deep breath into the chorus. So cool. Sick. I really like that ending. So you guys see song production engineers, all that stuff. Jordan Chase, Bell Development, Jesse, follow him as well, who's kind of put me onto this band. But he did an interview with Jordan Chase talking about this album, and it was a very interesting interview. So if you guys want to check that out, I'll link that down below as well. So we each exist to tire out. This is the thing, and I'm gonna get into this in a second at the end of the video of how mature they are for their age, right? And the existential kind of crisis in the lyrics for both songs that I have so far reacted to. Two kids who've lived 1,000 years, mending every pain. We've broken every bone just to see another smile, right? You break this right here. We all do everything we can. We exhaust ourselves to help others, right? In my case, just to bring this to what we're doing, in my case, this is, I do everything I can, sometimes don't take time for myself to let myself heal for my family, right? For my kids, for my wife. But just in general, like a lot of us work those 9-to-5 jobs. We kind of don't take breaks and we break our backs for somebody who doesn't care about us, really. If we were robotic, we wouldn't be two souls who bandage bloody wounds. If we were robotic, you'd have tears left to cry. Damn, that's crazy. It's kind of like two contradictive statements in one little paragraph here, right? If we were robotic, we wouldn't have any pains, anything to heal. But if we also were robotic, robots you can program to do whatever you want. Technically, we could at least be able to make ourselves have tears to cry, right? And it also could mean like if we were robotic, we would not have gone through so many things, so many issues, so many stripes. I can't love you if you're just like me. I love that line, man. I love that line. As a person who is extremely hard on myself and strives for perfection, which you'll never achieve, and as somebody who at any time there's any glimpse or any semblance of failure, I treat myself like shit. And I can't love myself because I don't like myself. So how am I supposed to love somebody who's just like me, right? That line right there is crazy. Our fear belongs to anyone else. Their lives burn behind my eyes. I see you everywhere, the advocate. If we were robotic, we wouldn't need to. So we read that. I'd have no injuries, metal eyes, so we can't see. And if you feel, hey, it's a glitch. Yeah, I mean, this whole thing is kind of the repetitive of like, if only we were robotic, we didn't have feelings, if we weren't able to go through these negative emotions and just, I say repetitive, I mean, it's repeating the same lines, not repetitive. You know, it's crazy. Jess and I were talking about this band the other day, and he said something like that kind of put into perspective just how talented this group is, right? I've been playing guitar since I was 13 years old, 12, 13, right? And I was in a band by the time I was 15, 16, but like playing like literally a garage band in our garage, sometimes in my garage, but mostly my friend's garage, playing shitty music, but we were having fun doing it, right? We were able to write songs. Oh, these chords sound good together. I didn't know chord progressions yet. I hadn't gone to school. I had only been playing for 3 years. But he said, you know, these kids have it really different than some other bands, right? They have to tour and they have to figure out recording, but then in the evenings they gotta like learn history, right? Like they're still, they're mature beyond their years. And when I say kids, I don't want that to be a negative connotation, but like they are still kids. They're still kids. And to think like when I was 16, there's no way I was even close to being this talented, right? So that kind of put into perspective, like, yeah, this band's legit, man. This band is legit. Look, I want nothing but the best for them. And I really do wish them success. And I'm going to do whatever I can to share their music, you know, react to their music. So you will see a lot of them on the channel. I'm excited for their future and whatever comes of it. And yeah, man, Freezafall, you have a big super fan in me, and I appreciate you very much. So keep pushing out work. I'm follow them on Instagram. They have an Instagram, all that stuff. I'll put all of that in the description below. Please support this band. They're an amazing young artists. They're amazing young band. So I really do appreciate you guys hanging out and watching that with me. If you did like this, I do have a Patreon, lots of cool, kind of more in-depth analysis of songs. I try to recreate some songs on the guitar. I show mixing, how to mix some songs. I do deep dive. I'm still working on my deep dive of Hyren right now. So lots of cool stuff on the Patreon. That is the best way to support me if you are so inclined. It is not expected or required, but it does help the channel out a lot. I do appreciate the love and support, and please do remember that good vibes are contagious.